has entrepreneurs. Most people in my family, when I went out and went to do my own thing, my own business, the conversation is always the same with everybody you talk to that goes out and does their own thing. Are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure? Think about your family. Think about all the benefits you're getting from somebody else. Think about, and as an entrepreneur, I answer the question with, oh, you think I should put more faith in someone else to provide for me and mine, as opposed to the steam and the gumption that I've got within me? And when you put it like that to someone, it's like, I clearly have more faith in me than you have in yourself.
There's a real kind of vibe or a real energy here that's about supporting entrepreneurs.
We have 2 presenters each week, 2 entrepreneurs. They come and tell about their journey.
They each have about 6 minutes to present.
You're telling people what you're up to, and you're essentially getting feedback from them.
There's about 15 to 20 minutes of Q&A.
All the questions that they asked us really got us thinking about new ways to think about our business.
It was good just to be able to get that feedback from the rest of the community.
So over the years, we've added more cities. It creates a great energy here to see what's happening across the country.
Last question for you, what can we as a community do for you?
The what can we as a community do to help you question is what really coalesces the community around every single presenter.
I really like the educational component of 1 Million Cups because it does create that open forum.
You're going to hear great ideas that will help you start thinking even more about what you want to do with your business.
What I've learned from other entrepreneurs is very, very valuable.
The cool thing about 1 Million Cups is that you're amongst other people like yourself.
Just hearing someone talk about their startup, it just was magical to think, wow, there's other people out there like myself.
Sitting in a room with other people that have ideas too, it helps people to leave thinking, you know what, my idea is worth something, it's worth pursuing, it's worth going after it. Even if it looks like a challenge, I should still go out and try to do it.
If that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what. I am an entrepreneur myself, and I'm hoping that quite a few of you are as well. Instead of doing what I wanted to say at the beginning was, instead of doing a plug for Volusia Economic Development or the Volusia Innovation Hub, I want to tell you a story about the genesis of this. You see, it starts like any other good story. It starts with drinks, with alcohol, right? And you see, about a little over 11 years ago, a group of us, there were 8 of us, used to get together and once a month have a drink together. We used to get all chip in for a nice bottle of bourbon, and we would sit, and we had 2 rules when we got together. First, you had to chip in, okay, to be able to buy the bottle, which was great, by the way, because you could afford things that otherwise on your own you would not be able to buy, and so that was great. The other rule is that you had to, when we got together, we had to talk about ideas. We couldn't talk about cars or girls, it had to be meaningful ideas. One evening, we were at the Marina Grande, you know, the 2 towers in Holly Hill. I forget what floor, but we were pretty high up there, looking out and sharing ideas. And one of us said, can you imagine if these conversations were taking place all over this town? How much better off we would be over the course of time? And we're like, yeah, that would actually be cool. And then someone else said, again, in the spirit of sharing ideas, what if we actually make this happen? We all looked like, what do you mean make this happen? What if we make a list of things that we could do to get the community to talk about ideas and make things happen? Yeah, let's do that. And in the proverbial, napkin, we wrote down ideas of things that we could do for the community. Ironically, 1 Million Cups was not by name written there on that list, but we did write down we should have a place where we could meet regularly and share ideas, like we are right now with our drinks. And so one of them, and Michael just reminded me that it was Art who said, we don't have to reinvent the wheel here. I think there's an organization out, more west that they can actually franchise their model and we can make it happen here. Cool. What are they called? 1 Million Cups. The heck is that? 1 Million Cups. Why? And the thought process is, if you have 1 million cups, if you drink 1 million cups of coffee with 1 million different people, your network would grow, and you would be able to connect with people that you need to be able to grow your business. And so that was how 1 million cups came to town. The group applied for permission to run the event, and we got it. And the starts were humble. It was, and I have to acknowledge here, I have Michael Zaharis and Jack White, who were part of that original group. And we call ourselves the doers, and we love the fact that we didn't have to ask permission to anyone to do anything. We simply said, if we like it within the group, we simply do it, okay? And that was great, like bringing 1 million cups. There was no one above us to vet the idea. And we started off on this street. Was it Marley's? Was that the first location? It was tiny. I mean, the amount of people that we have in the room would not have fit at all. Some of us presented there. I remember presenting there once. I've done it twice. And it's quite an experience. And think about that over the years, over the last 11 years, hundreds of entrepreneurs have stood on this stage or the other two stages prior to this and got feedback on their project, their idea, their business venture, and how much power there is behind all of you giving feedback to someone to help them grow. At the same time, people were able to connect. I have seen connections made here that have gone on to become businesses. And there's thousands, if not tens of thousands of you who have been inspired. I know that every time I sit here and I look at someone else pitching, I get ideas. My thing is always to take their ideas and tweak them and make them in some way mine. Like if you change this and you could do this in this other industry. So, it's very exciting. And I want to leave you with one thought, and that is that 1 million cups doesn't just happen here within these four walls. 1 million cups is something that you have to carry with you everywhere you go, okay? So my ask to you is that when you leave this room, please engage people and share your ideas. Talk to people, hear their ideas. Let's encourage innovation. Let's normalize failure. It's a normal thing. And let me tell you this, I'm standing up here, and what day is today? Today is Tuesday. End of last week, Friday, I killed a business that I had been working on for 10 years. And I was like, oh, it was gut-wrenching, but I said kill it in that form. I pivoted. I'm trying something different because, if you're an entrepreneur at heart, you have to always keep going, okay? But, I'm okay with that loss. I learned a lot in the process, and there are communities out there, like Boulder. Did you know that in Boulder, when your business fails, they throw a party for you? They do a wake for that business, and they'll ask you, what did you learn from this experience, and when is your next thing going to happen? What is it going to be? We need to normalize that here, because if there's more of us doing the sharing of ideas and growing businesses, imagine how amazing our community would be. So with that, thank you.
Thank you so much for your support. I'd love to see where his journey's going and where it's ended up. It's been fantastic. Helping Volusia County grow is fantastic. I've got Tom up here. We're going to draw two more gifts.